Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sumemi oya kamuizanagi no mikoto tsukushi no himoka no tachihana no odo no ahagi hara ni Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Harai tamae kiyo tamae toma o sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni Ame no fuchi koma no mimi kuri tatete kikoshi mese to kashi komi momaosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated for group Johrei. Ajude-me, Senhor, bless you. Miroku teaching today is entitled Makoto and is found on the Daily Inspirations, page 41. No matter how hard and steep the road may be, I can walk onward with happiness and ease if I have the staff of love to lean upon. The integrity of those who have no faith in God is shallow and superficial. Those who have faith have true integrity. Though we may speak thousands of words smoothly, if they do not come from hearts full of Makoto, they are empty and powerless. The vibratory power of speech can cause miracles. The universe is filled with ether, in which its basic sounds, with all their variations in frequency, are in continual vibratory motion. These are the soundless sounds and voiceless voices filling the ether, which human ears cannot hear. By means of its frequencies, all things in the universe come into existence, and they in turn emit certain wavelengths of sound. The words we utter are impressed upon the ether that surrounds us, creating vibrations that influence the spiritual realm. Noble or positive words emit high vibrations, which diminish the clouds in the spiritual world, while ugly and negative words emit low vibrations, which increase the clouds. The wavelengths of the words that convey good and loving thoughts are in attunement with by the law of truth, virtue, and beauty. They are pleasing to the human ear because they penetrate the mind and contact the soul, the center of awareness. Conversely, bad and hateful words do not reach the soul, but stop at the mind. It is also important to note that it is not only the vibrations of the words themselves that determine their effect, but also the degree of purity of the spiritual being uttering them. The purer the soul, the more powerful will be the vibrational waves emitted by the words being uttered. Therefore, we must always do our utmost to raise our vibrations to a higher plane, so our words will have greater power. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service and for praying together with us for world peace. This morning, the faith experience I want to share with you is from Jurandir Vieira da Conceição. He's from the Brooklyn Johrei Center in São Paulo. Jurandir is 33 years old and serves as a lay leader at his Johrei Center. When he was 16 years old, he experienced great trauma at the time of the death of his father, who passed as a consequence of suffering from severe depression. Jurandir felt lost and insecure, but tried hard to be strong and supportive to his mother and two younger brothers. However, after some months, he himself began to manifest symptoms of depression. He sought help through the psychological help field and occasionally experienced momentary improvements. However, relapses were frequent and he remained in this troubled condition for approximately 10 years. Jurandir was studying physical education, and one day, in early 2015, he discussed his struggles with his instructor, who told him about our church and channeled Johrei to him. He immediately felt a lightness and tranquility that he had never previously experienced. The next day, he visited the Johrei Center and became acquainted with the purification process and learned that he could elevate himself spiritually and change his fate through the practice of our faith. Jurandir recognized the opportunity at hand to fill the void that existed in his life and began receiving an hour of Johrei daily. His anguish and sadness subsided considerably, and each day he was noticeably happier and more motivated. Within a month, he was fully drawn to the idea of becoming useful to others through the channeling of Johrei and decided to take the membership course, after which he was granted the spiritual permission to receive the sacred focal point, or Hikari. He dedicated daily from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., received and channeled Johrei with great frequency, practiced reading Meishu-sama's teachings, and became accustomed to offering donations of gratitude. He is a jiu-jitsu athlete who had experienced many injuries and consequently had surgeries performed on his shoulders and knee in the past. Through the studies of Meishu-sama's teachings regarding wholesome foods, he stopped taking supplements and chose only to consume foods from natural and organic sources. His body got stronger, and pains that had bothered him subsided significantly. In 2018, he was assigned to a mission through his Johrei Center to take care for groups of members and committed himself to that goal. Miraculously, through incorporating the practices of our faith in his life and serving the divine work, he was able to overcome depression completely. Moreover, Jurandhir was blessed with the opportunity to acquire the Dojo Academy in which he had been a partner previously and to manage more than 400 students. Jurandhir is grateful for all the vast transformations he has manifested and determined that whether it be in his church, work, or societal involvements, he seeks to practice Meishu-sama's teachings and be a positive example for everyone around him. At the same time, he takes the opportunity to spread Johrei in our practice of faith. Remarkably, he has been able to refer more than 170 people to the divine word. Among them are his mother, his brothers, and many friends and students. He married a Johrei member, and they now have two daughters. In December of 2019, they were blessed to have a home altar dedicated. Jurandhir is very happy and grateful to God and Meishu-sama for the permission to realize paradise in his life and in his home, and to help expand this paradise-like way of living with others around him. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, for listening to this very beautiful faith experience. I wish you a very wonderful day. With this concludes our morning service.